welcome to or welcome back to our very bookish channel, and welcome to my review of Never the Roses by Jennifer K. Lambert. Alright y'all, you know the drill. This is an ARC review, advanced reader copy. I received a advanced reader copy of Never the Roses. So first I want to say thank you so much to the publisher and NetGalley and Edelweiss. I did get the ebook from Edelweiss, but I was also given the audiobook by NetGalley, and thank goodness, because I could not have gotten this book read in time without the audiobook where I could listen to it while I was doing other things. I did switch back and forth between reading the ebook and listening to the audiobook so I could get this book read before the due date. I started reading the book and I had to put it down, and then I got the audiobook and I picked up the audiobook and I was switching back and forth so I could finish the book in time. I like to get these reviews up as close to release date as possible, if not before. We really strive to get our reviews up before, and these are all spoiler free. I am going to do a quick synopsis of the book, but it's not going to be anything more than the information you get from reading the description on the back, with a few like minor little details that I observed reading. So this is going to be spoiler free. So in this book, you're following Onira and Steranos, and it is dual point of view. Onira is a very powerful sorceress, and she used to work for a queen. She has paid for her freedom, and now she lives alone in a house that she built, very secluded. She has wards up to guard it from visitors. She lives completely alone, all by herself. She has a few animals with her. Steranos is also a very powerful sorceress. He works for a king, and he is not free yet. He has not paid all his debts and is not free, so he is still in service to the king. And the king that Steranos works for opposes the queen that Onira used to work for. So Onira is all alone in her little self-made fortress, and she gets very bored, she gets very lonely, and she decides one day to just have a little fun. Her main magical ability is called dream walking. They call her the dream walker, but it's really hard to explain. If you want to know more about the magic, you really just need to read the book, because there's no way I could explain it and do it any kind of justice. And one night she was walking around in dreams, and she came across Steranos, and Steranos is obviously the opposing sorcerer, and he is known for his very well kept library. So she decides she wants to visit his dream and go to see his library, and it's all innocent. She does not mean him harm, even though they've been enemies for a while. They're, at least their king and queen have been enemies, so they have kind of been pitted against each other for a while, but she doesn't mean him any harm. But then she's curious, she's been bored for so long, she decides to have a little fun, and she actually steals the book that he was most recently reading, just to mess with him a little bit. And of course, when he wakes up, he realizes his book is missing and someone has been there, and this kind of messes with his head because he doesn't know who. And they start this communication back and forth, because he will leave a note for his intruder, and then she'll can't resist the temptation to go back. And it's just really cute. I felt like the way they communicated in the beginning, and I really like the dual point of view, and I really like when one of the characters doesn't know who the other one is, so they don't know who they're communicating with. I've read that a couple of times in books now, and I just think that that's really cute. It's really fun for the reader to watch their journey of them trying to figure out who is messing with them, or who is leaving these letters, or who are they falling in love with through all these communications. So this book is a very much a slow burn, especially in the romance. There's a lot of world building. You get a lot of information about the magic system and the magics that these sorcerers can control and can use, and how they're so powerful. There's also really good politics between the two countries that are warring or fighting or tiffing, politics are ramping up, and tensions are rising. In some ways, this book really excelled and surpassed my expectations. And there was a lot going on, but kind of not a lot going on. There's not a lot of what I like as far as like action and fighting and, you know, like lots of just built up drama, but there is a lot of subtle politicking, and you can just see these worlds like colliding, and you can see these two characters and their dilemmas. And it's not a book that I feel like I would generally love, but I just really liked this book. I thought the writing was fantastic. I've already said the writing was very pretty, and I don't know if this is a series. The way that it ended, I feel like it was a satisfying ending, but also left it a little bit open. So as far as I can tell, this is not a series, but I could see where if the author wanted to, she could continue the story. I'm just not sure if that's in the works or not. But I do think if you are looking for a slow burn romantasy, just with beautiful writing, I think this is a very good book. I would recommend it for you. I did get, you know, emotionally involved with the characters. I did feel like I was there. The writing, just the descriptions of this world and the writing just put me right there with the characters, and I enjoyed that aspect of the book so much. I am looking forward to any more books that Jennifer K. Lambert puts out, and I will be keeping her on my radar. She is a new to me author, and I enjoyed this book so much. I am going to be looking for more of her books in the future.